today we will be making a radiating heart design. You'll notice that we have a heart in the middle of our artwork and the patterns are coming out in a circular motion from that heart. So this pattern of yellow with purple stripes is circling that heart, and then we have another layer of an orange zigzag with pink paint, and it keeps going until it fills the page. I'm using a square white piece of paper, but you can use a rectangle and that will work too. So to start, we're going to cut out our red heart. You'll notice I have two examples here that I have finished, and both have a red heart cut out and glued into the middle of the paper. If you do not have a piece of red paper, you could just simply color a heart in the middle of your paper without cutting and gluing it. Now to cut out a heart, I am starting with a red square, and I'm going to fold that in half. Now I could simply cut without my scissors, but if you want to see the line that we're going to cut, I'm going to show you that with my black marker. I'm going to come to the, so see how I am starting with my marker on the folded side, not the open side, but the creased folded side. This is very important because this is how you end up with one heart instead of two pieces. So I'm starting on the creased side. I'm going to go to the crease and I'm going to come up and over and then bring it back in at a diagonal. Now I can go ahead and cut out that heart. So I'm holding the crease side and I'm cutting on that line. Now I have a heart. I'm going to use a glue. You can use glue or glue stick. I'm going to use glue because that's what I have available right now. And I'm going to put some glue on the back. And I'm going to press that, and I'm going to just do my best to guess where the middle is. If it's a little bit off, that is okay. Okay, now I have my heart glued down. And I want to start by taking a black crayon and circling that heart. So I really want to get a nice outline around that heart. If there's a little white space, that's fine. If a little black gets on my red heart, that's fine too. And I'm just going over it kind of, you know, back and forth to get a nice thick black line. All right. I can also use a white crayon and put that little highlight that I have on this example, that little highlight. It's just taking a white crayon and kind of showing a little highlight on that part of the heart. All right, now I'm going to use my crayons to do patterns coming out from around my heart. They can be any colors, any designs. You can think about all the different types of lines we use. It can be a bunch of short lines. It could be dots, all different lines and patterns. We talked a lot about that this far, this year, the school year so far, so you should be pretty familiar with that. I'm going to start with a zigzag. And I'm going to use a green. Okay, and then I'll do another color. I think I'll use a purple this time. And I'm going to do like a curly Q. So I'm going to come up and around. Okay, all right, and then my next one, maybe I won't do a continuous line, maybe my next one will be like stripes. So I'll do, I think I'll do an orange, and I will do lines coming out like this. So I'm trying to keep them about the same size and somewhat evenly spaced apart. But like I've said, this is going to be a colorful, patterned artwork. It does not need to be perfect. You just try your best. Let's see. Now maybe I'll use a blue, and maybe my blue will be a sort of cloud line or a puffy line. And even if I get to the edges, if I don't have enough room here, I can still do the corners. So I will do a pink, and I will do my pink as another zigzag. And maybe in the very corners, I will do a yellow and do dots. Now we can start adding color. So we're going to use our watercolors, and we're going to do each layer a different color. Now, I don't want to use green paint on top of my green line because I want the green line to stand out. So I'm going to choose a different color to do that. Let's see, I might choose my first color to be orange. So I'm going to dip into my orange. And remember that the lighter, if you want it to be lighter, you use more water. If you want it to be a little darker, you can use a little less water. I think we generally want them to be light enough that we can see the crayon through. So I'm going to go ahead and just start filling this in. I'm going to go up to that black line, and I'm going to sort of go to the edge of the green pattern, the green zigzag. Now I'll rinse my brush and choose my next color. So maybe my next color is going to be yellow. So I get plenty of yellow. Now yellow, I might want it to be a little bit brighter, so I might make sure that I get plenty on that brush. And then I can start going over top of my purple and being careful not to run into my orange that might still be wet. And I'll just keep going like this with my colors as I finish my Radiating Heart design. So when you're done, you'll go all the way to your edges. You won't leave any white. Have fun making those beautiful patterns.